welcome to Steve McDonald Crafting, and we're going to make a little wall decoration today using the inside of toilet rolls. And all you're going to need for this is some toilet roll inside, some glue, some glitter and some paint and a little bit of imagination. So really quite a simple project today. You will also need a ruler and a sharp pen or pencil. And what I'm going to do is squash some of these toilet rolls down like this so that they are really in half like this, and they're all the same sort of size, look, which is really useful because some toilet rolls, they have a smaller inside than outside. So I'm going to be using the larger ones to start with. And what you need to do is ensure that you are going to measure and cut these so they're all the same height. And this is quite an important step because it really makes a difference for when you're doing the next stage. And I'm going to do these in 1 centimetre pieces, and 1 centimetre is about 1/4 of an inch. So you decide, but if whatever size that you want to do them, it's up to you. So I'm going to measure all these up, and then I'm going to cut them into 1 centimetre slices. I've marked all these out now, and it's really easy to cut them. All you need to do is pop your ruler along there and then cut them out. Now, if you haven't got one of these, then a normal pair of scissors or a craft knife would do the job just as well. I've got these nicely cut up now, and all I need to do is for 2 of them, I'm going to cut through like this. And the reason is what I'm using this for is as a centre, rolling it in like that together. And then once you've rolled that up, dip a little bit of glue on it. You don't need much. Hold that down. Take your next one. Join that onto there. Then roll that one round. And if you want to do different types, then you could do several of these and glue them together, the little round circles. And by using these, you then know that everything's going to be at the same height, which is, I think, quite important. I am going to put another one around that because I want my centre to be just that little bit bigger than I've made it here. Well, I'm happy with the size of that centre now, and all I'm going to do is, for the first go round, I'm gluing on here, and I'm trying to keep it flat because I don't want to get anything to the wrong height. And you'll see why it's important to get everything at the right height. And because we press these down nicely and then we cut them, we should get everything that we want coming out at the same height. And like I said, that is important for the next stage. And also, by pressing them down, you kind of have a lot more flexibility with the shape that you want to make with these as well. So they're all nicely glued onto there. And again, like I said, it's great fun working out what sort of shapes that you can make. Now, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there to hold those ends on. Not that they probably need it, but it makes me feel happier to do it. And now what I'm going to do is put some hearts all the way around there, see? And the hearts are really easy to make. All you need to do is bend that down like that, push that in like that until you've got the heart shape that you want, and then give it a bit of a twist. And that way, again, you've got everything to the size that you want, and it's easy to make. So I'm going to put hearts around the outside of this using exactly the same method. Well, that's all stuck now onto there, and the next one is to do the same thing with these smaller ones. Cut them all up, and then I'm going to add them, but in a different pattern, and I think you'll really like how that is going to turn out. Well, I've cut all these up now, so what I'm going to do is just fold them in half like that. And then I'm going to run a little bead of glue in that middle fold there of all of them, and then glue them together like that so that I'm left with that sort of shape. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with all of them. Well, now I've got these folded up, what I'm going to do is glue them together, and I will glue 4 so that they're right down to the very bottom like that. Then I will do 2 that are slightly longer, where they're only going about halfway down. Got 5 in total of these, and I'm going to open these up, and the easiest way I've found to open these up is just to push a pencil in there like that, and it'll open them up a little bit rather than being flat where you've used to glue them. Okay, and they look like that when they're finished, which I think is quite cute. And then what I'm going to do is glue these onto here, and I'm just going to glue them into the heart shapes and a little bit random, but this is going to be kind of the bottom, so I've got 2 there, but to me that looks like a little man, but that's fine because I haven't finished yet. I'm going to add some more bits and pieces to this. Now this is all glued together now, and it should be quite stable. I'm going to paint the whole thing using this fiery red Arteza iridescent paint. And if you want to know what these are just my corner yogurts that I clean out and use them for painting and different bits and pieces with. So I'm going to just use quite a soft brush for this as well, because I want to make sure that I don't do any damage to the actual piece as well, because at the moment it's a little bit, it's not fragile, but it's only 1 layer of cardboard. I'm going to go around and give it a good paint. You know, if you wanted to, you could spray it or paint it, I suppose. Or not paint it at all, if you didn't want to. Now, you can paint it before you cut it up, but I don't find you get as nice a finish that way as I get when I paint it afterwards. Then once this is dry, we've got one more thing to do to this, which is absolutely going to bling this up like you wouldn't believe. You'll love it. And it's so easy. This is all nice and dry now, and as it's dry, obviously it gets nice and firm as well. What I'm going to do is, it's a bit like egg and flouring, to be honest. I'm going to glue just a little bit up the sides. Now, I could have done with a bigger plate, but it's the biggest one we've got in the house, and I haven't got anything else that I can think of to use to do this. So I'm going to have to do my best with this. I'm going to put some glue on there, and then some glitter in this one, and go from there to there, run it over, there and there, and then hopefully what that should give me is a ring of glitter going around each of these edges. Got my glue and glitter set up, so wish me luck. Firstly, what I'm going to do is just drop that end in, and I'm going to try and make sure everything is nicely covered with glue. And I'm using a microfine glitter, because I think that works really well. And also, it looks very pretty on the final decoration. And this is why we wanted it all to be the same level as well. Because that way, when you're doing this bit, hopefully, it should work out a little bit easier. Now, if I turn that over, I can see if I've missed anywhere. And I have there. Right, well, as far as I can see now, that's everywhere covered. Here we go. Yeah, and that's nicely covered that side. And as you can see, it's made a little rim all the way around. So just going to add a little bit more Just going to add a little bit more glue into that one. And then do it again. And let that dry. And I'll show you what it looks like completely finished. Well, this is all dry now. And everything is nice and all firmed up. All I want to do is pop a jewel in the middle of there to kind of set that off a little bit more. I'm just using my hot glue gun to put that little jewel in there. And these are just the jewels that you can get for card making. And I think that really brings that out and sets that off. I think this has come out pretty. It's cost next to nothing. All I used was the inside of toilet rolls, a little bit of glue and a little bit of glitter. And some paint, and I think the paint has come out nice on there as well. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this project, please boot that thumbs up. It really does help my videos getting out there, and I'm trying to grow this channel now, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, just to say thank you for any of my videos and help support this channel and get your name on my coffee board, then the link for that, along with the link for everything that I've used today, can be found in the description below. Take care, enjoy your crafting. Bye.